What do you still have left to prove in the sport?
Not much, I guess. You know, I don't have much to prove, but I'm just doing it because I love it. I'm here because I love this, and I love to be here, and I'm just gonna go enjoy myself. You know.
BJ, on that positive note, do you mind doing a shout out and a positive message to the Iraq and Afghanistan veterans, the people still serving out there, going to be watching this fight?
What's up, everybody in Iraq and Afghanistan? Love you guys. Thanks for everything, and keep your guys' heads up and get home safe to your families. No problem.
BJ, on the documentary that just aired, you said something, I don't remember the exact quote, but you said, you know, birds fly, fish swim, and this is what I do, I fight. Did you always feel that way, or have you come to that realization after leaving the sport for a little bit that this is really, you know, your main passion, your main goal in life?
You know, I remember years ago, probably over 10 years ago, we were all sitting in a circle, well, maybe 9 years ago, since I've been in the UFC about 13, 14 years. And they were saying, why do you fight? Why do you fight? Asking everybody, oh, because I want to be a champion. And then they got to me and they said, why do you fight? I said, it's all I know already, you know, and that's what it is, yeah. It's all I know. It's how I've lived my whole life, right? And I just, it is what it is.
Are you worried about what you'll do after? At some point, you're going to have to stop fighting. Are you worried about how you'll handle that?
I'll find some people to fight with.
Will you stick around in MMA, or will you do something completely different?
I'll just be a jiu-jitsu teacher here and there, but I'll get my arguments in.
How long ago did the UFC come down and do all the interviews with you for that documentary? And have you seen the whole thing?
I haven't seen the whole thing. I've seen parts of it. When they came? Maybe a month, maybe? I think it might have been a month ago.
As well, just contrasting this particular season of TUF to the season with Jens, where you kind of did have the grudge element with that season, season 5. Was this a very different experience coaching? Was it similar?
It was pretty similar in the sense that it's busy, man. It's busy, and the fighters don't want to stay in the house, and you got to go and take care of them and get them out of the house.
Was coming back to fight the main incentive to do a coaching stint on TUF again?
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. I knew TUF was going to be a good way for me to get my face and my name back out there again. But with that said, I just wanted to do the fight and see what happens.
And one other thing you noted in the documentary was that 7 years ago, you know, life was completely different for BJ Penn and his priorities. What was life like for BJ Penn in 07?
Yeah, my wife kept saying 10.
10.
It was 10 years. Oh man. Yeah, it's just two different things, but you know what, now I feel a lot less adrenal release, and just a lot more relaxed with everything, and sleeping more. You know, before in my 20s, I sleep 3 hours a night before the fight, so excited about everything. So I just think I'm a more relaxed, grounded person.
Are you going to stay at featherweight if you win this fight?
You know, honestly, the real truth, after I win this fight, me and Dana sit down, and you know, Dana might just tell me, you know what, BJ, great way to go out. That's enough. Here, come on. So we'll see.
You'd be open to that? If you have a fantastic win, you'll just walk away at that point?
Isn't that the best way to leave?
Is that what you've been searching for?
No, we'll see.
You know, I've noticed, and correct me if I'm wrong, there's kind of an ongoing thing online. When you've been hanging out with the Novo União guys, you've kind of been speaking with a Brazilian accent. You notice that?
Well, you know what? I saw that on an interview, and everybody was saying that, but I was trying to talk to them.
Like morphed into a Brazilian.
Like I try to say the same words they say to each other when we're in the gym, and I saw that, I was like, I guess, oh man.
Also, you talked about your kids, about how they're a little bit older now, so it's not as difficult to, you know, to go away and do your thing. Before, when they were younger, you had to take more care of them, you wanted to be around them. Has that been a big part of this new kind of BJ now, that you feel like they're a little bit older, they're in a good place, they're being taken care of, they're not as young and vulnerable as they were maybe a couple of years ago? Yeah, I feel much more comfortable. Actually, my whole family is here with me for the fight. First time ever, and you know, I feel good. I think so. More ground. Got to be something about it, you know. But I just know I feel good. I don't know why. Why did you move to such a remote location? It seems like you live on a farm now. Is it not a farm? It seems like there were chickens walking around. No,
you know, that's just it's a beautiful place in Hawaii, and we always used to go there as kids, and you know, I've been fighting my whole life. I had the opportunity to live over there, and I like it.
When did you move?
In the last 2 years.
That part of the transformation as well? Is that a sign of a mature BJ, maybe out of the limelight a little bit?
You know, a lot of people come into this sport and they want to do big things and all this stuff, but you know, being from a small town like Hilo, we were never the most materialistic people. We're not going to go run out and buy a Ferrari. We're not going to go do this and that. You know, there's nobody to impress in town. And, you know, some people might wonder, oh, why are you living this lifestyle or this lifestyle? But it's just how we were raised.
Thank you, BJ. Good luck.
BJ, I got one last random question. UFC 34, 2001, you knock out Cal Luno and you sprint backstage. Where were you sprinting to? You just want to get out of there?
You know what? I learned that from Tank Abbott when he beat Hugo Duach and he just walked out of the ring, and I copied him.
I thought it was great. I was like, man, you totally remembered this guy. He's the guy who ran to the back, and then they had to pull you back out to do an interview afterwards.
Yeah, and then the UFC came in the back and they're like, you gotta get back out there. You gotta get back out there. I'm like, okay, let's go.
All the best on Sunday. Thank you, BJ.